Hello, and welcome to episode 217 of Prog Review. And today, he said, reaching for the record. If you can't read the description or the title, I'm going to be talking about Route 1 or Die by Three Trapped Tigers. They're not specifically progressive rock, but there are one or two tracks on here that I think might appeal to you. I've seen them described as instrumental noise rock. That's one thing, isn't it? I remember seeing a video of theirs a few years back starring Matt Berry. Matt Berry is a very funny man. He likes his moustache. He likes his facial furniture as Mr. Matt Berry, and he appeared in one of their videos, and I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, that's quite curious. And then it fell out of my mind, and then by some coincidence the other day, one of their tracks, I did a live session for a studio, and one of their tracks came up in my stream. You know, these things happen, and it turned me back onto the gear, and I ordered the album because I liked the opening track. And so I thought, well, you know, might as well bring them in from the cold and accuse them of being progressive rock. That should annoy them, shouldn't it? There are three people in the band. The interesting thing is there's no bassist. Well, I think that's interesting. A lot of the bass stuff is actually doubled up with the keyboard player. So there's lots of squelch stuff. There's lots of electronics in this. There's lots of noise. There is a lot of noise on it. But there's also some great guitar playing as well. And it's the opening track, Cram, which, like I said, it really caught my interest. And especially if you go and look for that. If you go and look for the song on YouTube, the live sessions, you'll instantly go, wow, that's really interesting what they're doing there. Unfortunately, the rest of the album doesn't quite meet that opening track. Yes, there's a lot of noise on this. There's a lot of squelching and distortion and stuff like that. And in places, they sound a bit like Tortoise at their scuzziest. So yeah, it does tend to meander off slightly, and I did find my interest, waning somewhat. But there are some nice bits on here. Magne and the last track, Reset, is again, it's lots of electronics. It's not going to be for everybody, but like I said, if you give it a chance, there's one or two good tracks on it. So yeah, they also had an EP out. Well, there are 3 EPs out, but they collected it into an album called Numbers 1 to 13, which was released last year. This was released 2 years ago. But yeah, if you pick that up as well, there's some nice instrumental. I mean, this is all instrumental stuff, by the way. There are some nice pieces on that EP collection as well. But again, I think they need a good producer, because whilst I don't mind a little bit of noise and a little bit of scuzz, they do tend to get lost in it. They get lost in the fog, and it's a shame, because I think there's some good melodies in there somewhere. There's certainly some good playing in there somewhere as well. Again, each one of them, the drummer, the guitarist, and the keyboard player, each one of them are very, very, very good at their instrument. They're very, very, very talented. But I think they need someone to kind of guide their talent. They need someone to get the vision right. I think they've been allowed to, disappear up their own fundament, if you know what I mean. So that is a great shame. So yeah, a band with lots of promise. They're very exciting live, though. Doesn't quite translate to the album. From the live clips I've seen, exciting album, a bit flat. So, for that reason, this was a bit of a short one, this review, isn't it? A bit of a shorty. Maybe I should do more short ones, but because of that, I'm only going to give this 3 creepies out of 5. That's 3 creepies out of 5, because it's got a lot going for it. There's a lot, it's got potential, but it's lacking a certain clarity and focus. Okay, my name's been Darren. I've been talking about Three Trapped Tigers and their album, their debut album, Route 1 or Die. It's a nice bit of vinyl too, lovely bit of vinyl. And that's it. Remember, Google Plus is your friend. But if not, there's always the Twitter. You can tick on my Twitter or sit on my Facebook if you want. It gives you a chance to interact or get the updates to the videos in a timely fashion rather than relying on YouTube, because YouTube and Google, sometimes things disappear. And that's that. My name's been Darren Locke. Thank you for watching me. There's only one more thing to say, isn't there, really? Yeah. Prog on.